春子、本気でいけると思って目指すんですよね。2.43 のネットはそのためなんですよね。
お前が加われば必ず全国に行けるチームに
With
なるって。
2021 just at our doorsteps, the prospects of numerous excitingly new anime series scheduled to be released next year is mind-blowing. Especially considering that 2020's pandemic took a toll on this year's releases. Lots of sensational new anime are set to storm the cinemas. We will be taking you on a roller coaster ride of the best 10 new anime series, which are sure to make waves upon their release. So sit tight as we embark on this countdown. Number 10, Kamiyarizuki Nokodomo.
その腕輪を外せ。その腕輪は外しちゃダメだ。
We kickstart with a new upcoming anime, a project announced in 2019, and its release postponed due to the pandemic. Also known as Child of Kamiyari Month, Kamiyarizuki Nokodomo is one you should check out for sure. This movie revolves around its main character, a young girl called Kana. After her mother passes away in death, she can no longer face her beloved ones, prompting her to be on the run. Along the way, she encounters Shiro, a rabbit, and a boy called Yasha. Shiro is the god's messenger, while Yasha is an oni, ogre. You'll be surprised at what happened.
ご縁があれば。行くよ私。
Someday, Kana crosses the line between the gods and people and is eventually invited into Izumo's land. Izumo is a city steeped in ancestral traditions and folklore. In this city, the month of October, referred to as Kamiyarizuki, is considered to be a time of the year when lots of Japanese deities gathered for a pilgrimage at the city's shrine. Well, subscribe to this channel so you will not miss out on this movie. Check out the next video. Number 9. Skate Leading Stars.
モテるには目立つ。落ち着いて。こっち向いて。
Although it was scheduled for July 2020, but had to be rescheduled for a later release date of January 2021 due to the apparent reason. This means we will be welcomed into the new year by its premiere, and trust me, you will not want to miss out on this Skate Leading Stars anime. The series will feature a group of high school boys participating in a competitive skating fixture known as skate leading. This competition features skating teams of 5 skaters each. They are all tasked with displaying their artistic and technical skating skills.
どれだけ偉くなったんだか知らねえが、簡単に俺に負けることになるぞ。
Kenzai Mashima, a figure skater, once put his single skating career on hold after he met his rival Ryo Shinozaki. One day, Ryo announced his movement into skate leading. And guess what? Kenzai, whose skating career was as good as gone, met up with Sasagai, who knew Kenzai's worth, reignited his desire, and even introduced him into the world of skate leading competition. So game on! The competition just got tough, and you will not like to miss out on this too. Remember to subscribe so that you do not miss out. Number 8. Shoukou Danci
本気で
Volleyball.
いけると思って目指すんですよね。2.43 のネットはそのためなんですよね。
お前が加われば必ず全国に行けるチームになるって。
If you love high school sports competition movies in this video, keep watching because you will love this one. This one focuses on a specific team's journey to victory with lots of incredible competitors to overcome. Nevertheless, unlike other high school competition movies, Shoukou Danci Volleyball has a unique and captivating storyline.
お前にあげるトスは全部最高にいいやつにする。
It follows the story of a student, Kimichika Hajima, who, after getting in trouble at a Tokyo high school volleyball club, moved to his hometown Fukai. He hooked up with his childhood friend Yoni Korba, who has remarkable physical abilities, and both formed a great partnership. Upon attending high school, Sien High School, they both joined the volleyball club. Captained by Shinichiro Oda, who is 163 centimeters tall, they became Fukai's rising star in due time. With lots of tough opponents encountered along the way, you will not like to miss out on the pure display of skills. Remember to subscribe to this channel in order not to miss out. Number 7. Mashiro No Oto.
俺うまく弾けるべが。
For music film lovers, sure. Your movie experience will be enhanced with this new anime entitled Mashiro No Oto. You will be thrilled by the sounds produced from a traditional Japanese musical instrument called shamisen, which looks very similar to a guitar. However, not just the music, it also has got a sensationally captivating storyline. This movie focuses on a family that's got a great line of heritage of shamisen players. In fact, the grandfather of this teenager called Set Sawimara was the greatest player of this instrument. Moreover, he and his older brother Wakana grew up listening to their grandpa play and even learned how to play too. Nevertheless, upon his grandfather's death, Setsu dropped out of school and moved to Tokyo in a quest to survive. Of course, not having any other skill, he relies on playing his instrument till one day he met his mom. And guess what? She's very rich, meaning his life is about to be transformed. Nevertheless, what do you think will happen to his passion for playing the shamisen instrument? Well, there is only one way to find out, and that will be watching the full movie upon its release. Subscribe and stay tuned as we will always keep you posted on this channel. Number 6. Hararaku Seibu.
ここは人間の体の中。日々たくさんの細菌が侵入します。
こちら白血球。細菌の駆除完了。
This is one of the most anticipated movies scheduled for 2020. And it's no surprise though, as the movie's narrative is portrayed to highlight the reaction of the body's cell mechanism to fight against bacteria, viruses, and other harmful microbes. But make no mistake in assuming Hataraku Saibu is a dull science lecture, as even the title has got 2 exclamation marks, signifying lots of action. Primarily, this series focuses on a rookie red blood cell, AE-3803, who's always getting lost during deliveries, and secondly, U-1146, who's often relentless at combating germs that evade the body as a white blood cell. As an expert in taking down threats, U-1146 is always there for AE-3803, who's always at the wrong place at the wrong time. Billed to premiere in January 2021, always endeavor to have your subscription done so you won't be left behind. Number 5. Detective Conan Movie 24, Hero no Dangan.
赤井さん、万一の時が来てしまったみたいだ。
了解した。
Although the release date had to be rescheduled too, this is an action-thrilled movie that's billed to premiere from April 2021. With each of its captivating scenes, Detective Conan Movie 24, Hero no Dangan, is a must-watch.
そろそろタイムリミットだ。
The plot directs us to a time Japan made the first vacuum tube superconducting train, known as the Japanese Bullet. Its release is made to coincide with the world's largest sporting event called the World Sports Games, WSG. With a mind-blowing speed up to 1,000 kilometers, the train is mapped to cover from Shin-Nagayo Station to Tokyo Station. But unfortunately, a bizarre incident does occur during a major party, which led to the kidnapping of top executives. Detective Conan is now tasked with the responsibility of resolving this issue. You'll like to find out about the shocking thing he discovers. He suspects there's a possible link to serial abductions in the WSG 15 years earlier in Boston. I know you'll like to find out more about his discoveries and how he resolves their issue at hand. Number 4. Gomo Disiga Nanika.
ここが日本なのか、そもそも地球なのかもわからない。
Another great anime that'll welcome us heartily into the new year is the Gomo Disiga Nanika. It is scheduled to premiere from January 2021. It features a girl who has reincarnated into a spider from another world, and she's tasked to adapt and do whatever she can in order to survive.
Huh? Never.
The reincarnation occurred after an explosion took place in the classroom of a particular high school, caused by an incredible magic power. The shocking result of that explosion is that the students who were affected were reincarnated to a different world. And this main female character, who turned into a spider, had the lowest reputation in the class. So does she have enough willpower to adapt? One way to find out is to stay tuned and subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out. Number 3. Mars Red.
混合鉄兵としてヴァンパイアの能力を生かし諜報特殊任務に従事その能力を実戦で存分に振るってもらおう
Make no mistake though, this ain't a movie focused on another planet. Well known as a sage play written by Bono Fujisao, Mars Red TV series is set to premiere in 2021.
できれば死にたいです。
前田義信大佐だ
俺は誰を殺せばいい？
The movie's play centers on events that occurred in 1923 on this planet and in Japan to be precise, though it's fiction-based. Although vampires had existed for quite some time, their increasing population and activities are now becoming alarming. In fact, there has just appeared a mysterious and artificial blood source called Askra. Worried by these recent developments, the Japanese government decided to set up a unit within the army called Code Zero, assigned to take down the vampiric forces. What better way to tackle this menace than to team up with S-Class vampire DeFort? Historically, too, this unit prior to their reassignment has been in the business of information warfare. So how will they put their wealth of experience into use? Will they be effective at handling this menace? Definitely you'll find out more about this if you continuously subscribe and stick close to this channel. Number 2. Tokyo Revengers. Award-winning Japanese mini-A series with millions of copies in circulation is set to roll out a live-action adaptation of this series. Although its production was halted in April 2020, by June 2020, it was announced that Tokyo Revengers will premiere in 2021. So we've got a young man who happens to be the main character, Takamichi Hanigaki, going through lots of crisis in his present life. The apartment where he lives is crappy, he's treated like an idiot by his boss, and to crown it all, the only girlfriend he has ever had, dating from way back in his middle school days, has just been murdered. And guess the group responsible? A notorious gang known as Tokyo Manji Gang. But suddenly, something astonishing happens. He leaps back in time to 12 years during his middle school days, so he's presented with an opportunity of saving the love of his life, of which to accomplish that, he aims being the top of Kanto's most dangerous gang. You'll not like to miss out on live-action thrilled series. Remember, this ain't possible if you got no subscription. Number 1. World's End Harem. To cap our top 10 upcoming new anime series is another manga series that has been running since the 8th of May of 2016. Now, the TV series of World End Harem is billed to premiere in 2021. For this unique science fiction, instead of traveling back in time, it takes us ahead to the year 2040. Rito Misuhara is plagued by a rare disease and as a result had to be put into cryostasis while awaiting for the treatment of his disease to be developed. Within this period, he falls asleep and even wakes up 5 years later. As we watch, we're greeted with a huge surprise. We all just discovered that within the 5-year period, the world was struck by MK, man-killing virus, which resulted in the death of almost all male human. And the exciting part of this movie we're watching is Rito, who was as good as dead, is now among the 5 Japanese males who has got immunity against this. Now, he's even forced to take part in a breeding program for the sake of mankind's survival. As we keep watching, you'll observe this movie doesn't just revolve around Rito alone. It also portrays the different circumstances faced by other men. At some point, Rito had to embark on the mysterious disappearance of his girlfriend. And that's why this movie ranks top on our list, because there's not a single dull moment. So, here's where we call it a wrap on our top 10 upcoming new anime for 2021. You're assured never to miss out on a single action, provided you've subscribed to this channel.